Namaste. Good evening, beautiful people. It's, as always, a pleasure to get to be here with you on Sunday evenings. My name is Kalen. Every Sunday, I lead a meditation class on a topic that is personal to me, something going on in my life that I think will be of benefit to you all. This week, we're going to be doing a meditation on healing energy. As I always try to focus on things from my own life, this morning I got a call from my parents and my father ended up in the hospital. He was not feeling well last night, and they told him that had he not come in, had he waited until the morning, he would be dead. So, we are going to be sending positive energy to him. We're going to send positive healing energy to whoever needs healing, whether that's ourselves, whether that's a dearly beloved other person, family member, friend, partner, whoever needs a little extra healing boost. That's to whom we are dedicating our practice tonight. So thank you so much for being here. Hey, Fanny. Hey, David. Welcome. So nice to have you guys. Whoever is watching this live, welcome. If you're watching this recorded later, welcome. The great thing is we're going to acknowledge the fact that time and space are experiences of our mind. They are not necessarily concrete truths. So if you're doing this for someone who is nearby or someone who is far, if you're doing this for somebody in the past or somebody in the future, that is all totally okay. All of that is welcomed. So please find a comfortable way of sitting. You can sit on the floor like I'm doing. You can sit in a chair. Please do whatever suits you. We're going to just start with a few deep healing breaths. Rob, my father's name is Chuck. Thank you for asking. Now, as we breathe, we're going to try and find a state of what's called surrender, a state of deep letting go. So a great way to do that is taking some very loud exhales where you're releasing something you no longer need to carry. So surrender whatever you don't need. Good. And just taking a few centering breaths. Allow yourself to just be here. All right, so to begin, if there's someone specific you have in mind who you want healing for, allow their image to come front and center in your consciousness. Imagine them in your mind's eye, in your heart, in the space with you. If you have a photo of them and would like to include it, you may. I'll have a photo of my parents on my desk, so you guys can all see that's my mom and dad. So I'm going to set them up here since they're the focus of my healing tonight. My dad is my focus since he's in the hospital and dealing with what's going on with him. So I want you to envision that person here with you. And we're going to name the dedication for our practice. So we're going to name to whom we're dedicating our healing work tonight. Now, you can speak this out loud or you can speak it silently to yourself. And hey, guys, we're welcoming. Hey, Trevor. Hey, Will. Hey, Aaron. Nice to see you. So I dedicate my practice this evening. I dedicate the merits of my practice to my father, who's in the hospital and recovering from a kidney aneurysm. I also dedicate my practice to the health and longevity of my beautiful partner, Anthony. I dedicate this practice to all my teachers and all of my students, all the people that I serve. I dedicate this practice to my own health and well-being so I can be of service. And lastly, I dedicate this practice to all sentient beings. And let's take 3 ohms together, just clearing the energetic space. Now, as you've been imagining this person, I want you to imagine them in good health, looking cheerful, looking vibrant, smiling softly, that you're seeing them in their most well state. And then I want you to envision them within a circle of bright, brilliant light. A circle inscribed around them. And written into the light are different names of the divine. So whatever traditions you practice in that you have a connection to, you can envision those names now. So if you practice in a Judeo-Christian tradition, you might imagine names like Adonai, Ehyeh, Yahweh. If you practice in a Hindu tradition, you might imagine names like Shiva, Durga, Kali, Brahma, Vishnu. If you're a Buddhist, you might imagine Chenrezig, Rajapani, Tara, Bejajaguru. If you're Muslim, it might be Allah. But this circle of light is pure God energy. And as you envision this circle around the person, imagine them being bathed in that light. And that light purifying any obscurations or blocks or sickness, illness within them. Much like in one of those sci-fi movies where somebody goes into like a scanner and the little scanner just like removes anything negative from their ecosystem. And then I want you to envision standing around the circle are protector deities. So if you're, again, Judeo-Christian, you might imagine the archangels surrounding them in circle, and standing guard around the circle of light with their arms expanded to the side, wings touching. Envisioning Raphael, Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, encircling your loved one. If you're Hindu, you might envision Ganesh, Shiva, Lakshmi, Brahma, or whoever you have a connection with. If you're Buddhist, it might be Avalokiteshvara, Manjushri, Padmasambhava. If you have no spiritual tradition, maybe you just envision friendly helper spirits. And then forming another circle outside of these protector spirits, I want you to envision whoever you're healing, envision their ancestors. envisioning their parents and grandparents and great-grandparents and aunties and uncles and all the people that created their lineage. Envision all of those individuals hand in hand, encircling them, sending their blessings. And around them, envision a circle of your ancestors, your connections to the spirit world. Maybe they're the same. If it's a family member, you might have the same ancestors. You don't need to know who these people are, just feel their presence here. And from each of these protector deities, golden light emanates from their hearts, adding to the light, protecting your loved one, healing your loved one. So we've created this beautiful force field of healing energy around the person who needs it. We're going to draw on a few more tools that I'm going to use from different spiritual traditions that I do in my own healing practice to help others. So first, I want you to envision on the floor underneath them is a geometric pattern. And I'm going to show you what that pattern looks like. It is a little bit like two hearts interlocking. There you go. I want you to envision that underneath them. And as that sits underneath them, I want you to repeat slowly the mantra, Inanna Rakma. Inanna Rakma is Aramaic. And some have said it is the sacred sounds that Jesus or Yeshua used to heal. So envisioning the circle of light, envisioning beneath them that geometric symbol, slowly repeat the mantra, Inanna Rakma. Inanna Rakma. Envisioning them in good health. Inanna Rakma. 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 I'll write it out for you. Inanna Rakma. 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 Inanarakma. 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 And envision that there is so much healing energy flowing through this person that whatever sickness, illness, injury they have can't fit anymore. It has to just flow out of them because they're being so suffused with light. Inanarakma. Inanarakma. Well, yes, of course, you can do this for yourself. Absolutely. Take a few breaths. Just continue to envision that. I'm going to pull up the next mantra we're going to use. Take a few centering breaths. All right. So the next mantra we're going to use is a long one. Dropping it in the chat. So this next practice we're going to do comes via Tibet. And if you want to learn more about this practice we just did, you can find it in a beautiful book called The Law of the Light by Lars Mill. Beautiful, beautiful re-examination of the teachings of Christ. Worth a read. Highly recommended. So this next one is from Vajrayana Buddhist practice. So I want you to imagine now, floating above this individual is the medicine Buddha. He is depicted as being blue in color, like lapis lazuli. He holds in his hands a begging bowl filled with nectar, a healing nectar, and then in his other hand, a medicine tree. I actually did a painting of him a long time ago, so let me grab that, put it in the background. Oh, we got so many props tonight. All right. There. So if we can see him. All right. So that's the medicine Buddha. So envision him floating above you, floating above the person that needs healing, holding the nectar, holding the medicine tree. And a blue light is emanating out of him. And we're going to chant his mantra. It's a longer one, so again, do the best you can. Just stay with me. And imagine the healing vibrations of the mantra just flowing through the person who needs it. Taritambe kazebe kaze mahabe kazebe kaze raziksam gate swa. Taritombe kazebe kaze mahabe kazebe kaze raziksam gate swa. Taritombe kazebe kaze mahabe kazebe kaze raziksam gate swa. Taritombe kazebe kaze mahabe kazebe kaze raziksam gate swa. Taritambe kazebe kaze mahabe kazebe kaze raziksam gate swa. Taritombe kazebe kaze mahabe kazebe kaze raziksam gate swa. Taritombe kazebe kaze mahabe kazebe kaze raziksam gate swa. Taritombe kazebe kaze mahabe kazebe kaze raziksam gate swa. Taritombe kazebe kaze mahabe kazebe kaze raziksam gate swa. Taritombe kazebe kaze mahabe kazebe kaze raziksam gate swa. Taritombe kazebe kaze mahabe kazebe kaze raziksam gate swa. Taritombe kazebe kaze mahabe kazebe kaze raziksam gate swa. Taritombe kazebe kaze mahabe kazebe kaze raziksam gate swa. Taritombe kazebe kaze mahabe kazebe kaze raziksam gate swa. Taritombe kazebe kaze mahabe kazebe kaze raziksam gate swa. Taritombe kazebe kazemahabe kazebe kazeraziksam gate swaha. 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 Taditambe 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 kazebe kazemahabe kazebe kazeraziksam gate swaha. Taritombe 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 kazebe kazemahabe kazebe kazeraziksam gate swaha. Taditombe 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 kazebe kazemahabe kazebe kazeraziksam gate swaha. Taritombe 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 kazebe kazemahabe kazebe kazeraziksam gate swaha. It's 54 repetitions of the mantra. When we bring in these specific vibrations, it's similar to like the process of like a tuning fork. Everything in the vicinity that will start to reverberate with that mantra. And so by doing these practices of healing, the goal is that those vibrations will override whatever's going on for them. The final thing we're going to invoke today for healing is now envisioning the person we love surrounded by a crystal dome, and sitting on that dome is Ganesha. Ganesha, the elephant-headed deity. You can see him pictured there on my wall, another painting I did years ago. And we're envisioning the fierce form of Ganesha. So in one hand, he's going to hold a trident. And he's protecting the person you love from all negative energy. And we're just going to repeat a few times his name. Om Vakratundaya Hum. 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 Removing the obstacles from our path, from the path of healing for our beloved. And now we thank all of the beings, all of the deities who have assisted with our helping, all the spiritual energies, all the manifestations of the divine. And slowly we let them dissolve, travel back to where they came from with love and blessings and gratitude. We envision the person that we have been asking for healing for. We see them in the bloom of health. Their face is joyful and rosy and vibrant. They're smiling, they're laughing. All is well. And that is the image we then invite to head off into the ether, off to whoever needs it, that their spirit feels well and joyful. So that is my healing practice for tonight. Thanks for sending some good wishes to my father. It's very much appreciated. I've been through a lot of victimization of my parents and siblings. They were well over 2. I've done many wicked things because of my sexuality. I'm sorry to hear that, Wahid. No one ever deserves to feel ashamed or blamed or wronged because of who they are. In fact, I'm a big believer that the queer experience is so sacred. It's one of the highest divine manifestations we can have in life because of the connection we have to the divine, because of the balance of the masculine and feminine, because of the outsider experience. And it's such a shame when people can't see the sanctity and the queerness. So sending you love. Thank you guys so much for being here. Blessings. Glad you enjoyed it, Aaron. Jose, thank you very much. Welcome. Love to the Philippines. Thank you all for taking time out of your busy life to join us. I hope you found this useful. Please use this anytime you need for yourself, for somebody else who needs a little support and love. You can do this as often or as long as you'd like. It is definitely a practice that just grows the more you use it. So take this and run with it. If you have ever any questions or this is something that you want to explore in greater depth, I'm always available. So feel free to shoot me an email, shoot me a DM, and I'll try to get back to everybody. Oh, I'm so glad, Jim. Blessings and healing to you, sending my dedication for this practice for your own healing and recovery. I hope it serves you well. May you be thriving, my brother. Yeah, thank you guys. I always look forward. This is one of the highlights of my week. It's always nice to get to share some space with you. All right, if no one has anything else they need to address, then see you all next time. Thank you all. Be well. If you want to follow me on Patreon or anywhere else, always feel free. And I'm always available via email. You can find it on the About section on YouTube or my website, ecstaticself.com.